Greetings and salutations to you all once again. It is me, the Ravenous Spectre. And yeah, I'm kind of doing this video a little late into the evening. Let's see, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning right now. So yeah, but this is a little bit of a pickups video. Found some really great deals on some games that I wanted to talk to you guys about. One in particular had to deal with GameStop. They had where you can buy 4 of their games for like $10 or something like that. But I only pay like 9 something, because I had the little GameStop. Ooh, Power Up Pro rewards member thingy, whatever. I'm not going to be renewing that, honestly, when it comes time for my membership to die because, yeah, sometimes I'll shop at GameStop. It really just depends on if they have any really good deals or something that's going on. But other than that, I mean, obviously, I don't like some of their business practices and some of the things that they do. So let me turn my freaking phone down here because, of course, once I actually get started to recording something, the damn thing wants to just be a dick. So I apologize for that. But anyways, I also found a couple other little $5 games here as well, and also another one that was actually on clearance at GameStop, as a matter of fact. So it seems like most of this stuff is kind of just from GameStop itself. But we'll go ahead and get started. And the first one that I want to talk about here is actually a game that I'm going to be sending off to a friend of mine. She was actually with me at the time of us getting this game. And the funny thing was that let me go ahead and show it to you, so I don't have to keep running my mouth about it. It's Divinity 2 for the Xbox 360. Echo Draconis, or Ego Draconis, I guess you could say it is. Really badass cover. That is a freaking heavy metal badass cover. The only thing is, I already own this game, and that is Divinity 2. I think it's called like the Saga of the Dragon Bringer or Dragon Keeper or Dragonborn or something. I don't freaking know what it is. It's over there on the shelf, but I don't feel like going to go and get it. I really wasn't aware that I had this right now. This thing is complete too. The disc looks really good. It's got a nice thick book and everything in it. Really nice, good stuff. Back when the day when we actually had instruction booklets when they actually meant something in games. Now they don't mean jack shit. It's just a piece of paper that shouldn't even be in there in the first place. But yeah, I only played a little bit of this, as a matter of fact. Because the one that I have over there actually is the original game itself, and it comes with an expansion. I wasn't really aware of that until I got it home because both covers are different, and I was like, maybe there's like 2 Divinity games that was released on the 360. But no, it's just the same one. That one just has the expansion. So I got this one for $5, and I'm going to actually end up sending it to a friend of mine that lives 4 hours away. Me and my girlfriend actually came back a few days ago from spending almost a week up there with some of our friends, and she was one of them. And she looked at it and seemed like she really did like it. So, and she's into RPGs and things like that. So I'm definitely gonna go and send this to her. Um, let's see. Of course, she's also going to be sending me some games back because I accidentally left some there, which I wasn't aware of. So yeah, she's going to send me those back to me, and I'm going to end up sending her that game as well. But I already plan on doing that in the first place. The next one that we got here is Infamous, the very first Infamous that came out on the PS3. Amazing, amazing game, truly is. I never beat this game, but I used to have it on PS3. I truly did love it. I love the whole superhero aspect. I love that you could be a good guy or a bad guy, the electrical powers and all that. I do think that maybe the first one was a little bit more difficult than the second one was, at least from my perspective. But I'm really interested in getting back into this again and actually completing it because I never had a chance to do it in the first place. But yeah, there's really a whole lot to like about this, and I really hope that Sucker Punch is making another Infamous because it's been so long since we've heard anything about the Infamous series, and it would be great to see this series come back. So if you guys haven't checked out the Infamous series on PS3 and also Second Son on PS4, definitely check them out. Big, huge open world superhero kind of, or supervillain if you want to be, kind of games. Definitely worth checking out. And another thing I want to mention, I may have mentioned this in some of my previous videos in the past, but I just want to say that I really do love the red cases for the PS3. I might get hate for it. I don't give a shit. The fact of the matter is, I like the red cases a whole lot more because to me, you didn't really see any type of scuff marks or scratches or anything on it like you would when it came to the clear type of plastic cases. And plus, I believe that it gives the case some extra flair, if you will, with them being red. I really did like it. Now, I will say I don't like the whole greatest hits thing down there on the bottom of the disc. As you can see, this is also complete. I don't really like that at the bottom of the disc, but you know, you get what you get, But I really do like this. It's just like now with the PS4 where they have the blue cases. With the greatest hits, they have the red cases. To be quite honest, I think it would have been great if instead of doing the clear cases for just the first releases that came out of these games before they got greatest hits releases, if they just would have been red cases, because that just looks cool to me. I mean, it really does. It really does give the game some type of flair instead of, oh look, it's just a regular old plastic case like every other freaking disc case in existence, like DVDs and Blu-rays and all that crap or whatever. I won't go into that. Get in a rant mode with that. Don't need to deal with that. But anyways, the next one that I have here is actually the 4 games that I got from GameStop, which was the buy 4 for under $10 kind of thing. I really was only going to get 3 of them, but they said, oh, well, these are 4 for 10, which actually it was cheaper for me to go ahead and get 4 instead of just buying 3. I would have actually ended up spending more by just getting 3. So I was like, okay, I'll go and do it so I can save myself some money and get another game that I never really knew if I might have any interest in. And surely enough, that was kind of like one of the Dynasty Warriors series. I do like some of the Dynasty Warriors games, but it kind of really depends. Like, Fire Emblem Heroes is cool, and Hyrule Warriors is cool, and whatnot. And I do want to play the new Berserk game at some point that has the whole, I think it's called the Muso game style or something like that, where you face like 5 billion guys all at once. But anyways, the first game that I got out of that batch, and I only paid like $9 or something all together for all 4 of these games. The first one here is Kane and Lynch Dead Men for the 360. And I had always told myself that back when I ended up getting the PS3 that I was going to get multi-platform and exclusives on the PS3, and I was only going to get exclusives on the 360. But I pretty much ended up changing my whole thought behind that now. If I see any game that I'm interested in, I'm either getting it on 360 or PS3 and the price is decent for me, I'm just going to go ahead and get it. I'm not going to wait around and try to get it for another system or what have you. Both of these systems are already technically dead, if you want to say that. And if I find any games that I'm interested in, I don't care which system it's for, I'm going to go ahead and snatch it up. And this one isn't, it's funny because this one isn't complete, but those 3 are, which is kind of strange. I'm like, dang, I got, 4 of them here, but if I could have just got this one complete, it would have been great. But anyways, I don't believe that I've played this one. I have played the sequel. I believe it was the sequel. I don't know if Dog Days was the sequel or not. Maybe people will tell me in the comments below. I don't know if it was the sequel or if it was like the first game that came out or what it was. But the fact is I played a little bit of it on PS3. Thought it was really interesting. Thought it was like a real interesting crime, drama, action kind of game, if you will. Didn't really get all the way through it. I don't know, something else pulled me away from actually playing it. But now that I have this now, I'm interested in going back and checking this out. And it's kind of weird. It really would be interesting to kind of see that series make some type of comeback or reboot, if you will, because I guess a lot of people really didn't gravitate towards them at all. But the next one here we got is the game that I actually had picked up that they said, oh, if you get 4, you got 4 for 10. This is the one that I didn't plan on getting, but I picked it up anyways because I'm, obviously wanted to save money and try a different game. And that is Warriors Orochi 3. I guess that's how you say it. It's one of the Dynasty Warriors kind of games. And one of my buddies, as a matter of fact, and if you want to check him out, his YouTube channel is called BioPhoenix. If you want to check him out, he was the one who had mentioned to me that this game was probably like one of his favorite Dynasty Warrior-esque kind of games. But yeah, I mean, just looking at the back of it, it seems like it's pretty sweet. I think Ryu Hayabusa right here is on the back from like the Ninja Gaiden series. So I guess they have him in here as well. But definitely look forward to checking that out because it looks like it's pretty crazy. It looks like it's pretty nutty. And, if BioPhoenix ended up saying that this is probably one of his favorite ones, there's got to be a valid reason for it being like that. So definitely looking forward to checking that out as well. The next one that I have here has been, it's kind of gotten a little bit of flack from people, especially considering that I don't think it was one of the first ones that came out on the 360, but the first game that came out was, I think, a launch title for the 360. I could be entirely wrong, but this is 99 Nights 2. I actually have the first one. I haven't given it a shot just yet, and this is the second one. A lot of people have been, there's like, some people hate it, some people love it. It's a back and forth thing, it's like a polarizing kind of game. I almost said bipolarizing, I don't know why. But the thing is that somebody had told me that like it was a really great hack and slash kind of game, and sometimes the difficulty can kind of get a little especially when it comes to some of the boss fights. I said, but overall, it's kind of like one of those whole hack and slash game kind of deals. So I figured, well, hell, if I'm only paying like $2 and something for this thing, why not give it a shot? You can't go wrong with that. Paying for $2, that's almost like buying a drink or something at a convenience store, if you will, depending on where you go and what you're buying, I suppose. But anyways, yeah, looking forward to jumping that out. Trying that out, jumping that out. I meant to say actually jumping on my 360 at some point to be able to give it a shot. The next one that I have here is Guilty Gear 2 Overture. Apparently, this is like a strategy type game dealing in the Guilty Gear universe. I've seen some footage of it. It seemed like it was interesting, but I'm not really sure. The main thing, I mean, I'm not a fan of the Guilty Gear series because I'm not really a huge fighting game fan like I was back in the 90s. But I really love the whole heavy metal aspect behind Guilty Gear, and I love the whole anime, crazy anime stylish animations and things that happen inside of the Guilty Gear series for sure. It'd be really great if they came out with like an RPG or something dealing with Guilty Gear. And heck, maybe they do. Maybe it's out in Japan or something, or I don't know anything about it. But if you guys know of any Guilty Gear RPGs, just leave them in the comments below so I can check them out. Because I definitely would, because I'm really big into heavy metal, and Guilty Gear is about heavy metal too. So definitely would love to check that out because apparently some of the soundtracks that I've heard from this series are fucking amazing. But anyways, yeah, so definitely looking forward to checking this out and see what it's all about. For a couple dollars, you definitely can't go wrong, especially when it also came complete. And I noticed that the book here was like really, really thick, and that's what she said. But the thing is, I was like, oh man, this thing might be some kind of really deep strategy kind of game. But no, that's not necessarily the case, at least from what I've read from different types of reviews. But yeah, it's really colorful. This is what we need more of, and it's got character bios in here. This is what we need more of in games again nowadays, instead of $5,000 collector's editions and 15 different types. Anyways, that's a different rant for another time, although I'll probably have mentioned it on numerous other videos that I've done. But the next one that we got here is Infamous 2. We just talked about Infamous 1, and here we got Infamous 2. And this was one of the games that I had picked up, and I got it for like probably about $2, I think. Between $2 and $4 or something, I think like that. And it was actually at GameStop, and it was there, and they're like little 4 for $10 kind of thing. But this was before I found out about these other games and got them. I just ended up picking up 2 because there was 2 other ones that I didn't see at the time when I went there the first time to go check these games out. But I did have Infamous 2 before in the past. I think I did. I think I got it for free on PS Plus, or I got it on a really cheap sale years ago on the PS3, but that was a digital version. And we all know how it is with digital games, and Sony's network and everything on the PS3 is just piss poor slow. It seems like it doesn't matter how fast your internet connection is. Sony's network on the PS3 was slow as molasses on a shitty shingle in fucking wintertime. It was pathetic. It really sucked, man. So I told myself, you know what? I don't want to deal with that crap. I do want to play it again because I went through being a bad guy in this and beat it, and I want to go through and be a good guy in this and beat it. So definitely glad that I picked this up for a couple dollars. And man, it almost looks like it's brand new because it looks just, and it's complete as well, but it just looks like it's like brand new because it just looks so shiny. It doesn't look like it has any scuff marks or anything on it or nothing like that. So, big ups to the GameStop that I did go to that had the games looking like they were practically brand new, because you usually don't see that at the stores like that, at least from my experience. The next one that we have here is Grand Theft Auto Episodes from Liberty City for the PS3. Now, I had actually found out that I had this on the 360. I had The Lost and the Damned and the Ballad of Gay Tony on the 360. I wasn't aware that I never had it on the PS3. I thought that I did. I don't know why I thought that I did. But anyways, I noticed it because when I had started to play this probably about a week or so ago, turns out that it ended up showing that I ended up earning trophies, and I never had played them on the PS3. And I was like, well, shit. I was like, well, I didn't know that. So that just gives me a whole other trophy list to go through when it deals with these 2 games. But I never beat them. I got some ways into both of them, but I never had beaten them. So I'm definitely looking forward to going back and going back through this again. And I really just love how the text right there just kind of pops out. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but it's kind of really shiny right there, and it just kind of pops out right around there, around the text and everything, and it's all nice, shiny, and pretty, and all that kind of stuff. But the fact that it was also kind of shiny on the back, it would have been really great if I would have been able to find GTA 4 complete with this. And the good thing is you don't have to have GTA 4 in order to play this. So if you guys are wondering, oh, they're DLCs, you got to have GTA 4 to be able to play those. No, you don't. You can just play them as standalones, which is DLC that I really like. I love DLC that's like, hey, you can play this, but you don't need to have the original game. We're just making it its own separate thing, which I think is really cool. Just like they ended up doing with Infamous 2 with what was it, Festival of Blood or something like that, where Cole, I think that's the guy's name, ends up turning into a vampire. That was definitely really cool. They ended up getting that for like a few dollars or something on one of their sales like a year or two ago, or something like that. But yeah, definitely one to check out if you guys are in the GTA series. And the last one that we have here is actually a game that I ended up getting on clearance, which was at the GameStop that I went to when I was with my girlfriend going to go see a couple friends of ours, a local GameStop there. And I never really knew that this game had went on clearance, but I'm really big into like Diablo type games and overhead action RPGs and Diablo clones and so on and so forth. And I ended up finding out about Victor Vran, the Overkill edition for the PS4. Now this also ended up coming out on PC, and I played a little bit of it on there, but you know, me and PC, we just don't really get along most of the times. So I mainly just stick with console. And so the fact is with the Overkill edition here, as you can see, and you guys know about the rant that I made about how I really freaking hate advertisements printed in the fucking box. As you can see right there, includes Fractured World and includes a fractured butthole. No, no, that's a South Park game. Includes Motorhead Through the Ages. Now, it's really cool that they have the original game in here and the 2 expansions in here, whatever they might be. But it also says includes art cards. You kind of just put that on the piece of plastic that I was getting with it. And PlayStation exclusive samurai outfit. Oh my god, man. Dude, I hate when stuff is like this. It's fucking tacky as hell. I hate that. I really do. I looked at the case and I'm like, God, I really want to get this game and I want to play it. But I don't know of any other box at all that looks different from this. So yeah, I was like, well, hell with it. I'll just go ahead and get it. And it was like $20-some or something like that. But yeah, so there it is. And what's really cool, it also has a reverse sleeve thingy here, like with Motorhead. You know, rest in peace, Lemmy. Right there for Motorhead. Actually, as a matter of fact, speaking of which, BioPhoenix had mentioned to me, he said, man, you got to flip around to the alternate cover there. And who knows, I may actually end up doing that at some point. I'm not a huge fan of Motorhead, but I do like some of their songs for sure. I never really gave their discography a whole lot of real thought. I need to go into doing that and checking out some older metal as time wears on. But I do actually have a few of their songs. They're really awesome. Yeah, there's that little booklet really isn't anything to write home about, to be quite honest. But the cool thing about this is the art cards that they had in here, which is just a little something extra that they put in here. I don't know, maybe you can make a collage or something out of it, tape them all together and put them on your wall. I have no clue. But I'll go ahead and show them to you here and show you what they are and just go from there. Really cool to have little things like this to kind of just look through and see the different type of art that comes from the game. There's also some actual pictures in here of Motorhead themselves as well in the game. I'm guessing Motorhead is actually within the game itself with the Motorhead DLC in there. I haven't even looked into that DLC just yet. And this guy is actually, what was his name? I know that he was in he ended up doing the Traumaville movies. Forgive me if I forgot his name. I do humbly apologize. But they ended up putting him in the game as well, apparently, with the Motorhead DLC. I'm guessing. Like I said, I haven't checked it out just yet, so I'm not necessarily sure. But yeah, there you go. Let me rest in peace. And the next one here, the next 2, yeah, those are also from Motorhead there. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. Okay, I was just making sure that I didn't leave any out or anything like that. But anyways, that is the pickups that I wanted to discuss. And damn, I almost went 20 minutes talking about this stuff. I wasn't aware that was going to happen, so yeah. But found some really good deals. I mean, the most expensive one out of here was like $22, which was the Victor Vran. But with the amount of content that was coming out of it, I'm like, dang, I was like, that's pretty cool. You got the original game, plus those 2 expansions, plus the art cards in there, you know, minus the really tacky and shitty cover that they have on there. But yeah, 2 games for $5. 4 games there for $9 and some cent altogether. 2 games for $5, and the other 2 that I got here were, I think I ended up getting Grand Theft Auto Episodes from Liberty City and Infamous 2 all together for like $7 or something like that, I believe. So yeah, definitely always look out for those deals, man. You never know where you're gonna find them. Always, because you never know what type of gems that you'll end up coming across. But anyways, I will go ahead and I will end this like I always do. Later, taters.